A truly gorgeous afternoon for baseball now from sunny AT&T Park in San Francisco. Today, getaway day, the finale of this 4-game set between the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants. The race for the division continues to heat up as two of the best square off next. Clayton Kershaw, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to minimize damage.
Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, I was fortunate to play 2 years in this ballpark and call it my home, AT&T Park. And one thing I'll tell you is, as a right-handed hitter, get going opposite field into the bay out of your head, because it's not happening.
If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right.
Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Up into the arcade and out of here. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ball game. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Padres bust out in front 1-0. But the Padres draw first blood here on the solo home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 San Diego. Zach Davies will be the man on the mound for the Friars. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot.
Pulled toward right center field. Margot's under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, I really appreciate the tenacity that Ender Enciarte plays with. He's working on a 6-game hit streak right now. That's almost a week, so I expect to see his hot hitting continue.
Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, Dero, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice. This is where, if you're the batter, one pitch, one spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on your mind.
Left side. Devers fields it cleanly. Here's Castro for one. On to Belt, and they turn the double play. That ends the inning. Around the horn.
Arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. Giants down in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. The 1-2. Swing and a line drive. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Right fielder, number 10, Hunter Renfroe.
Digging in to try it again, Hunter Renfroe. The 3-2 one more time. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Striding into the box, Starlin Castro. First time up, he went down looking. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Grounder down the line at third. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Boy, talking about picking your teammate up after that strikeout, D-Row. Big, and I mean big, 2-out RBI single.
Yeah, way to come through for your team. When you take the donut off your bat right there, you're trying to pick up your teammate. He had the right game plan.
Discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Padres able to pick up 1 on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Padres on top 2-0. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And it's gone as they add still another.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little numbers or draw walks. Well, that time has passed, and guys like this, with pop at the plate, can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup.
Baseman, Brandon Belt.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Line towards center field, and Belt is aboard. It's a base hit. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Now here's the Giants manager making that slow walk to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll depart after 5 2/3, as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ball game. Jose Leclerc takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
62, Jose Leclerc.
Here's the 3-2 from him. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Padres leave 1. They lead it 3-0. Nick Whitgren is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Ryan Reynolds will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the ninth, and they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard. Drilled to the left side, and that's going to be a base hit, so a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to...
Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Here's Castro for one. Back to first, a ninth-inning double play, and they're an out away from closing this one out. So his day over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the San Diego starter. Great day's work any way you look at it. Here 1-0. Whitgren, a California-born ball player. He was a 9th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Castro over to his right, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
3-0 the final score in this one today. The San Diego Padres jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Zach Davies.